Good morning, good day, and good evening. 2025 people, how you doing? Shout out to Gendris Viola, the first one in today, coming in with the raid as well. Very nice to see you, Gendris. It's been a while, man. Another OG here in the channel. Damn, I don't know. Dude, it's been a good while. Follower since 2017. That's pretty badass. How you doing, man? Also, Raka, welcome in. Only 2 hours late rather than 6. It really is a new year. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, my actual schedule here is a bit fucked. I can't lie, man. Like, what? My schedule. According to my schedule, I'm supposed to start at 12 p.m. I don't know when the last time I actually started at 12 p.m. was. However, I do want to note that I still go live the vast majority. Like, okay, this is not the greatest week to speak about it, because obviously New Year's celebration and stuff kinda made me not stream a couple of days, but overall I've been really fucking consistent at streaming on a specific day. Maybe not on a specific time, but on a specific day. I feel like we're doing pretty good. Indeed, it's great to see you, bro. I like the beard and mustache, looks good. Thank you very much, man, appreciate it. So yes, also we do have a bit of news. You might know about it if you're in the Discord. Yes, I'm still using Wikipedia as my backlight when I'm streaming. Don't shame me. Obviously, if anyone wants to join the Discord, you have a link right there. However, the news are, first and foremost, we got accepted into the Humble Bundle affiliate partnership. So that's pretty fucking dope. If you don't know Humble Bundle, it's a platform where you can buy, actually not only games, you can also get like software and books from them. And they often have like really good either bundles or really good deals for basically, yeah, like I said, games, books, and software. I've used them a ton myself, so I feel quite happy about actually having this this affiliate partnership. So if anyone is looking for games, books, or software, if you use my new link for Humble Bundle, it will not cost you anything extra whatsoever, but you do support the stream a little bit. So I think that's pretty nice. The last thing I bought on here was actually a Sprite. I know that they do sell a Sprite here. So that's actually the last purchase I did, which was quite recently. Yeah, it's a really, they also support a bunch of charities. Like every purchase you do from them, like a portion of the proceeds always go to charity and stuff. So it's a pretty cool website, to be honest. So that's kinda pog. Not gonna lie. Nice, indeed. What's up, Pierogi Dev? Undertale? No, there will not be Undertale today. I think we should try and get through, because I only have like one major ending left, right? Which would be the, what do you call it? The genocide ending. So I think we should play more Undertale at some point. However, I'm only gonna be able to do a little bit of a short stream today, because my girlfriend is coming here, so I'm gonna have to go and meet her up. So I'm gonna have to go in like 1.5 hours or something. So unfortunately it is going to be like a little bit of just a short stream, but I still wanted to go live, have a chat with you all. Misses majority of the week, claiming streams majority of the week. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I know this wasn't the best week to talk about it, but oh well. Congrats, hopefully anyone who uses your link doesn't have honey in the browser. Oh, do they? Oh, I have read a little bit about it. So what? Do they use it as like affiliate as well? In that case, and like override it? Is that what happens? I did not know about that. Honey, was that the? I know there's been some drama or something. I am, like, just so you guys know, I am incredibly proficient at not staying up to date with news and stuff, like in general. So I don't know super much, but is that not that something about like saving money, right? Is that the one? The like extension? I know I've seen like people being sponsored by them. Is that it? Also, I have to recommend One Shot to you after finishing Undertale. It is amazing. Yeah, it did look pretty cool. I wouldn't be opposed to trying that out as well. There's definitely a lot of games I would like to try. Also, another one is I listened to the Game Maker's Notebook. Not Game Maker's Toolkit, because that's a YouTube channel. The Game Maker's Notebook. It's a podcast on Spotify. I listened to them today while I was cleaning a bit, and they were talking with the developers of the Hitman games, which is actually another series I have seen a bit of it, because I know I remember watching a bit of Elias, like speedrunning the game and stuff. That's actually a series I would like to try at some point too. Raka, you have also been talking about Yakuza. That's another one, obviously very different from Undertale, but that's another series I should probably look into at some point, because I have heard a lot of good stuff about it. Yep, Honey steals the affiliate credit, so you would get nothing. It's a coupon extension. Oh shit. Because there's been a lot of drama about it recently, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm even playing it right now. Oh, there you go. Hitman and Yakuza are both great series. Oh, you played them, Gendris? Yeah, I would like to check them out. It seems like pretty fun. I don't know too much about Yakuza. I've only seen like a little bit of it. I would suppose that Yakuza is a little bit more story-driven, right? Whereas, obviously, Hitman is a little bit... I suppose you could say it might be a little bit more arcadey in a sense, since it's more about just a simple killing missions of each other, right? Kind of the general vibe I've gotten from the games. Yakuza is amazing, and you have 3 different entry points depending on how much you want to consume. Oh, like which game you're starting with. Interesting. Yakuza is more silly/arcadey. Oh. Hitman is peak when you try to go for every approach in the mission. Yeah, just you can do it with like, I don't know, like not being detected and like, I don't know, making it look like an accident, or straight up just fucking shooting them, or right? It's one of those games where you can kind of decide how you want to like complete the mission, right? Which seems very cool. Like I do like the fact that it's a bit like open-ended. That's pretty dope. Yeah, you have options. Yeah, that's quite nice. That kind of stuff is always fun. It feels it's not as linear in that sense, you know. The missions are very replayable and have many options. I imagine that's why it probably ends up being quite a good speedrunning game as well, isn't it? Because there a lot of like route making and stuff, depending on you can probably do, trying to figure out like which strategy is the quickest, you know. Yeah, like I said, I have seen quite a bit of Hitman. I've seen a little bit of Yakuza, not a lot, but I've seen quite a bit of Hitman. But it's been a good while. It's not to the point where I think I would remember any like specific missions or something. But yeah, other than Humble Bundle, which I talked about, what else is there? I also am making a new asset pack. I basically started putting together almost like every single smaller like pixel art icon and everything I've basically done. So I thought, because right now sometimes I want to reuse stuff and I have to look through like all my project files to find where I actually have this stuff. So I decided I'm just gonna make one fucking massive like sprite sheet with all of this stuff. So for the subscribers, I will probably, once I'm finished with this, I will probably end up putting it on the Discord for any subs to use as well, if they want to. Because obviously, if anyone hasn't checked, you do have my current asset pack that is available. And yeah, like I said, it's all of these like assets and stuff that I do will be completely free for subscribers. So if you're a subscriber, you can just check the Discord, and there's a special little channel where I give all this stuff away. Other than that, what else did I want to talk about? Shroud of Gloom, that's another one. Obviously, we have taken a teeny tiny little bit of a break here from the development of Shroud of Gloom. Since, you know, playing through... Well, partly it started with Code Red releasing Roguelite. It was like the first time I actually took time off the development, because I was like, I really want to play this game. And then obviously we ended up also going through the... almost playing through every ending in Undertale. Pirate Software Game Jam should be coming up as well. Ooh, that is true. That is very true. That was now in January, right? I think, yeah. Let's have a look. In February, you also have the Brachis Game Jam. Yeah, it starts in 2 weeks. The 17th, the 31st. I'm gonna be away, because I'm going on a little bit of a skiing trip here in the end of January, so I am gonna be away for a couple days here. But yeah, we might join this one. I do think I need to actually put like a somewhat of a deadline on Shroud of Gloom. This guy never works. I know. Just here's the thing, like, obviously we finished Shroud of Gloom for the Game Jam, so we got all of this done in like 1 month, which was like quite fucking decent progress. I'm just spamming the chat now, but oh well, if anyone wants to check it out and you haven't, you have a link there. I do feel like I've probably never been as like efficient as I was during this Game Jam. And I think obviously part of that stems from the fact that we did have an actual deadline. So I do think I need to actually kind of decide when I want to release this, to kind of push myself to, you know, work a little bit harder on it. Because otherwise, when you don't have an actual deadline, it's very easy to just go like, oh well, you know, I'll just see, it will be finished when it's finished, you know. And I do eventually want to, like I said, the plan all along is to eventually get this on Steam. And I feel like as long as we keep the scope relatively small, it shouldn't really take too long to get this into like a full experience kind of thing. Obviously there are a few changes I do want to make to the game, some which might cause a little bit of scope creep potentially, but I still want to try and keep it relatively short. Just preferably, I don't know, say one would aim to like at least get this released in like the summer or something. Just then I probably could get it done even sooner if I put like all my time and effort into it. But I also do have other stuff I want to do at the same time. Obviously, you know, I do want to have some consistency on the YouTube channels and stuff. I still, every now and then, still want to do a little bit of variety on the stream as well. But yeah, I definitely, like, this year we have to get this out. Preferably, like, January now. I mean, I could probably get this out before the summer as well, to be honest. It all depends on how much time we put into it and how we keep the scope. I mean, to be fair, one of the good things about not like stressing the game out as well, not only obviously I will have more time to like polish it and stuff, which is good, but I also feel like, you know, when I eventually get the fucking Steam page up, it would probably be good to have that page up for at least some time before we release the game, to like collect wishlists and stuff. Because you know, as far as I'm aware, it seems that the meta on Steam is basically just to try and collect as many wish lists as possible. Because that is kind of how Steam decides to whether or not to like push your game further. So that should probably be my number one thing, to be honest. Like, just trying to get the Steam page up basically as soon as possible. And then we'll see if we can start figuring out what to actually do. Because obviously one of the main issues I feel like we have with the game jam version, which we have talked quite a bit about, is the fact that it is a little bit too predictive, and I don't even know if the predictivity, is that a word? No idea. Don't think it is. I don't even think that's the biggest problem. I think it's the, like, it's a bit too repetitive, you know. Since the monster, the bad guy, acts the same in basically every single room, except for the first one, I suppose. And like, if we would continue with this same way throughout like a 2-3 hour experience, people would definitely get bored of it after a while, right? Because it's just gonna be the same thing over and over again. So I don't know, we have all of these different rooms, and there's different ways of going about it, because right now, the way we do it is basically that in the first room, there's no monster. Whoops. What the fuck did I do? Well, never mind. What have I done? Dude, do I actually still not understand Ace Sprite? Layer, oh, I just hit the layer, okay. Obviously in the first room we don't technically have the monster, all you do is like hear the footsteps of him. So, say right now we have 4 rooms, and the game is completely linear, where you go from one room to the next, and then the game is over, you know? GG. Also, by the way, Temu Chang, like the person that worked on Undertale, did some guest art for one shot. Oh, they did? Oh, interesting. It did definitely look to like it had a lot of similarities. So right now, the way we do it is that the monster is not present in the first room. However, you do like hear him. You hear the footsteps of him. And that's about it, just to let you know that he's there, but he's not coming. And in every other room, it works the same way. The monster walks back and forth and looks in through the window every now and then. And this keeps on happening in every single room. Just walks back and forth, walks back and forth. And I feel like if we keep going like this, it's gonna get too repetitive. And during like playtests and stuff, I feel like the main thing I've noticed is the fact that, ironically, the first room is the scariest. Like, people often seem the most... I mean, maybe the first time they see the monster, it's a little bit as well, but generally speaking, in here is when people seem to be the most frightened. And I think that comes from the fact that you can hear him, but he never actually comes, or you don't know whether he's gonna come or not. And I feel like that, you know, uncertainty is basically what makes it scary. Whereas in the other rooms, where you constantly have the monster going back and forth, there's no uncertainty whatsoever. Because you know that he's here, you know he's gonna look in soon, and it becomes predictable, it becomes repetitive, and it doesn't really become scary. So I think doing more stuff like we did the first room, where we try to focus on getting like more of a scary ambience and like that kind of stuff, just promoting like the feeling of fear, is is probably what we should aim for. I still think this is pretty good. I do like the whole mechanic turning off the flashlight to remain hidden. I do want to incorporate that in some way. But I think doing it in the like arcadey way that we are currently doing it is just not going to work for a full game. What I think we could do as well is to make more like scripted jump scares rather than dynamic jump scares. Because obviously right now the main jump scare comes from the fact that the monster is continuously walking back and forth here, and if you get spotted, you get a jump scare. But that means that, technically speaking, we're not ever in control of when the jump scare happens. Like, the player is in control. If they fuck up, they get a jump scare. If they do good, they don't get a jump scare. Generally speaking. But I think losing that control of when it happens can actually be a little bit bad, since I can't really control the pacing of the game whatsoever. And I think maybe in the beginning, maybe we keep these kind of rooms for like more the end of the game maybe, and then before that we do more like, you know, scary but like non-lethal stuff, like in the first room, and maybe a bit more of those like, I don't know, scripted but non-lethal jump scares to add a little bit of a, you know, jump scare every now and then, but definitely don't overdo it. And when I say scripted, I mean, you know, just like in the first room, you know, we have this little cabinet, and if you open the right door, there's a little jump scare sound and like a rat pops out and runs away. Like, just small stuff like that, I think might actually work better. And of course we can do stuff that actually incorporates a monster as well. Maybe doing something similar where, you know, in the second room when you pop down, like the first thing you see is just like the eyes of the monster looking at you, and then he walks away and starts pacing. Maybe what we could do is just put him there and do like little creepy stuff like this, where we just put him here, it's all creepy and stuff, and then maybe like when you turn on the flashlight, he just disappears. And then he's not in the room anymore. So you still, you know, we focus a bit more on that, like, you know, showing the presence of something bad, but not actually directly having him present continuously throughout the game. I think little stuff like that could actually work quite well. You know, do little freaky things like that. Maybe in some room, you know, in Undertale, how sometimes when you're walking around, all of a sudden, like, a little flower will pop up for like split second. Even stuff like that could work. Like, you know, trying to solve a puzzle, and then all of a sudden the monster's just standing there, but like the next second he's completely gone. You know, just to mess with the player a little bit. I think like trying to focus on little things like that, especially in like the first part of the game, might be better. Because like I said, during like playtesting, when we've watched like YouTubers and stuff play this game, the vast majority actually seem to be the most scared in the first room. A little bit so as well in the second room, since it's the first time you like see the monster, and like the first jump scare obviously really gets them. But then like in the second one, they know exactly how the game works. And, you know, now it's just repetitive and predictable. And especially, I've noticed that if people die, you know, it becomes even worse. Because if they forgot to get the checkpoint in this room, now they're back in this room. They have to redo the same room with the same monster, go back here and redo this room again with the same monster, and that's where you can kind of, with some players, notice a little bit of frustration. And it becomes even worse, since once people have made a room, or like completed a room once, if they die and go back to that room, they tend to play a lot more like sloppily. Like they don't play in a very careful manner anymore, because now they know the puzzle, so they just want to complete the puzzle as soon as possible to get back into the next room. But the issue there is obviously that when you don't play careful, it's a bigger risk of you dying in this room and then having to redo the room even one more time. And that kinda, you know, it becomes a little bit... I see some players getting a little bit frustrated with that. I also thought about, you know, maybe doing it so that we have like alternative paths where you could go to another room. And either we do it linear, where like, you know, this room and this room would eventually lead back and connect to another room. That's like the easy way of doing alternative paths without like overscoping the game. Otherwise, what you could do, if you want to bring up the scope a little bit, is to actually make it into the kind of game where you can actually walk around through the rooms. Because, I don't know, if you played the game jam version, you might probably have noticed that most of the time you actually see the door that you came through. Like, to be fair, my game looks a little bit more like this. You start in the first room, and then you drop down through a trapdoor into the second, go left into the third, left into the fourth, and that is where you win the game. So here you come, but when you go through these, in these rooms, you actually do have the other door here. You know, that actually connects these rooms. But you can't go back. I just, you know, locked the door so you can't get through it. What we could do, if we want to slightly overscope the game, is to actually allow the player to traverse back and forth through the rooms. I think that could be good for some reasons. Obviously it would be a little bit harder, because that means that we have even more item interactions, because say now if you find a hammer in this room, that means that theoretically you can walk back into this room and use the hammer in here. Which means that all the furniture or all the stuff in here needs to have some interaction with the hammer. So it definitely is going to add a lot to the game in terms of like work we have to do. The thing I think could be good about this is that we could have like, how would you call it, like, you know, certain puzzles that might span over multiple rooms, in a sense. Like maybe say, for example here, say that you have the fireplace here, you know, that you need to use the bucket on. But say that we take this bucket and we put it in here. Now you have to go through here, and you might, if you didn't pick it up, you might actually have to go back to get the bucket. Stuff like that. Or even, it could even be afterwards. Maybe like, you find the key to this room, and now what you have to do is take the bucket back to this room, do this, and maybe that would give you the key to exit. You know, you could do a lot more with the puzzles in that way. It would definitely add a bit of scope. Because I don't know then if we would even need to make like... It might be nice to even have some sort of like map system in that case. Which would probably be very simple. I imagine something in that case maybe similar to... Is it Resident Evil? They have a map system, right? I've actually never played the games myself. But I think they do it this kind of way where... Maybe they don't. But yeah, basically having a very simple map and maybe showing the rooms you've been to and haven't been to. Like, you can do it multiple ways. Like, either you start in a room that just looks like this or something, and that's all you can see on the map. And if you go into the next room, now you like unlock this map piece as well, so you kind of build out the map yourself. That is one way of doing it. Otherwise, of course, you could also just like... I don't know how Resident Evil does it. It does seem from this... It doesn't seem like there's unknown rooms per se. It seems like you actually do have the entire map. Has anyone played Resident Evil? I'm kinda sad, the game deserves more fame, it deserves more content. Like Undertale got Deltarune, which even contains characters from the original game. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I did see there was another version of Undertale. I don't know anything about it though. The game deserves a sequel slash prequel. How long is one shot? Can you like complete it in one shot? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, is this actually an in-game map? That's kind of cool. That could also be a thing. Like if we have a map and we do want to show the entire thing from the beginning, an easy way to explain that is just to put the fucking map in the first room. You know, the player picks it up, maybe next to the bag button we now have like a map icon, and it shows like the blueprint of the house or whatever. That could be a way of like explaining why you know the layout. I think either ways could work, and depending on how much info we wanna get, you could even mark out like maybe red means it's like a locked door you don't have access to yet, stuff like that. I think that could be cool. Like I said, it would definitely add a bit of scope to the game, but I think it could make the game a bit deeper. I don't know what you guys think. Anything can be completed in one shot if you put your mind into it. I suppose that is true. I didn't even give a time frame, so technically speaking, if you just grind hard enough, you could probably do most things in one shot. That is true. I've also talked to a few developers about this. I think we talked about it on my stream as well. The fact that... Oh yeah, we did. That maybe I should have put the different rooms in like different scenes in Unity. And I think that might be good from like an organization standpoint. I suppose that would mean that I need to make like my game manager and inventory manager and everything. I would make those... need to make those to not destroy loads so that they can like traverse through the different scenes, I suppose. But that's not really an issue. We already have stuff like that in the game. Since I do that with like the system stuff, like the audio and everything. So then we could just do something where we bring the inventory manager and game manager with us to all the scenes we go to. As long as the scene is not like the menu or the credits, in that case we destroy it. And yeah, I don't know how we should do it even with like loose conditions and stuff. Like even with the monster and like... Because right now obviously game over, you get set back to the last checkpoint. I suppose we can do it that way. Yeah, we probably can. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things we need to go through and figure out. Because there definitely needs to be a few changes to the game for the like full release. But I also really don't want to like... Because even this with the whole like map system, being able to go back and forth between the rooms, like it would add quite a bit of stuff to do. And we don't wanna... I don't wanna sit here in like 3 years still not having finished this game. That would make me a little bit sad. But I do think, you know, doing more like scripted scary stuff and removing the monster just pacing in most of the rooms is almost a must for a full release. Because it is going to be too repetitive otherwise. I don't think there's any way around it. Because it stops being scary and it becomes more like, you know, a game of like just like mastering the mechanics. The only thing is that if we do it where you can go between different rooms, we have to make sure that, because I don't want to start doing the whole thing where we're gonna make the player able to like actually turn around in the scene. Just that means I'm gonna have to draw every room in like 4 different perspectives, and that's gonna have so much work. And I'm not gonna going to do. Gonna set that hard deadline? I do think so. All these ski trips add up. Yeah, true. So if we do if we do it so that you can walk back and forth between the rooms, we need to make sure that you can do so in a way that makes sense. Which, is that possible? Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It might be a little bit weird. Especially, I think when you're going through side doors, it totally makes sense. Because if you're in this room, we would just have like, you know, one door here, one door here. That's obvious that you can walk in between them. And maybe you can continue here to the next room, that makes sense. However, if we in this room have a door here, that means in the next room you come into, this door would technically be behind you. How, like, just practically speaking, how do you, without turning around, how can I show the player a door that's behind them? I mean, what you could do is just change the layout so that this door actually goes to this door in the room, and then this door would take you here, and then you have a door here and here, so that technically you kind of turn around, where going through this door would take you out here, which means you can go back through that one. So it would be like, theoretically, that the player walks in and then turns into the next room. And then you just continue like that, like walking in here would take you out here. Walking in here takes you out here. And then obviously like walking in here would take you in here. Is it intuitive? I think that's the main issue where I don't think it is. Because in this room here, how do we explain to the player to make sure that they understand that this is the room they just came in through? I don't think that's easy. I feel like a lot of people would end up popping into this room and then going, oh, so I can go here or here. Let's try going here. And then all of a sudden they're back in the same room and they're like, what? So I do think it's not the most intuitive way of doing it. And it's basically the center doors that mess it up. But I also don't think, you know, if we do it so that you can traverse back and forth through the rooms, it would feel a little bit lame having the layout actually be like this. Only going like from right to left. I mean, what you could do, I suppose what you could do, is to actually have a UI element or something. Like, maybe just have like a button here, or like an arrow pointing towards you here, which would be like return to the room you came from. Doesn't feel immersive. That's true. I do think that one of the good things right now is the fact that we have so little UI. Like, obviously, technically speaking, the flashlight is like a UI element, but that's incorporated into the game, so you don't think about it as such. Do we have a bug here? Whereas the only other thing we have is the inventory button. I mean, you also don't need to show it all the time. Maybe we should do something where, like, if... We do need to make sure we teach that in that case. Like, if you bring the cursor down here, then it, like, fades in. Because otherwise, like, in a room like this... Can I... How do I turn on my light? No, there's a way of doing it. Oh, wait, I removed that button. Otherwise, like, how would I go back through a door that's behind me? Because the best way to, like, get a, I don't know, actually, like, cool map would be to be able to traverse through every wall in the room and, like, at least have the ability to. But just that means that we can make any map we want to. Because, yeah, just having doors on the sides, having, like, one long map, that feels... No, that doesn't feel good. But, like, if I went through a door like this one, and I came into a room like this, without giving the... Without making it so that you can turn around, which I preferably would not do, because, like I said, it's going to make a lot... It basically means that I have to make at least between 2 to 4 room layouts for every single room. Which means that if I can look at this wall, I now have to paint each of these assets in a new perspective as well. You know, it's going to add up quickly to, like, a lot of work. That's fair, might need to compromise with a button, just notice your games feel immersive partially, there we go, due to the lack of UI. Yeah, I think that's true. I do think you're right, with, like, especially for a game like this, having as little UI as possible is... Just like if we had, like, health bars and a little minimap and everything, like, I think it would take away quite a lot from the immersion. But yeah, without a button here, I can't really think of another way in, like, how you would go back through the door that's currently behind you. Unless, no, but that would feel too arcadey as well, because I was thinking, oh, well, if you do have the minimap, you can, like, open that and, like, select the room you want to go to, but then that becomes a little bit weird as well, just like, what happens when I open this door? Sorry, when I open this door? Should I now... Now it becomes inconsistent, because now it would feel weird to open the map to say that I want to go to this room. He's just chilling there. Because these doors work perfectly. I just mirror this door to the other side and it all makes sense. Going through a center door, that is the tricky part. Like I said, I definitely don't think we need to show the button at all times. But also, we need to make this in, like, you also need to teach it to the player. Like, they need to know that they can return by dragging the cursor down here. Because otherwise, if people miss that, especially if we then do like puzzles that span across multiple rooms, now like they might actually softlock themselves in the game. Just because we didn't teach them properly, and I don't know how you would. I mean, maybe what you could do is that like when you enter a new room, you like the button is visible and then it fades out, and then if you afterwards pull the cursor down here, it fades in again. But that means, you know, it means more intrusive AI or UI once again. In the end, we should also say that being able to walk back and forth is not a must. I think it would make the game a little bit deeper in some regards, but it's definitely not a must. Like, I do think it could work as we do it now. It's just that, you know, it becomes more like each puzzle is in a individual room, which I think is fair. Like, this version, it worked well for. I do think not having that be the case, making it so that you can't walk back and forth, does change a few things. I mean, it changes mainly with in case we're gonna do alternative paths. Because in that case, if you continue down here, and then here if we have two different rooms, if you can't walk back in any way, that means these rooms must be like filler rooms, and they need to at some point connect again. This is too many rooms. Whereas if you can walk back and forth, then, you know, we can make little rooms wherever we want. Doesn't really matter. I mean, we could try adding a button just to see how it would kinda work. What was I doing last time? It's been a little bit. Holy shit, 23 days. I have not made a commit in 23 days. That is horrible. Events and refactoring. That's what we did. That's actually a pretty nice thing about having GitHub, the fact that you can kinda look back through the history. Oh, lovely. Just spilled coffee. Cold coffee as well. Yeah, I don't know. I think we definitely do have a few design decisions that we need to make here. Interesting. It does seem like people in general did recommend splitting the rooms up in different scenes, so I think that might be a good thing to do. And it would be relatively easy as well. Like, all we do is just make sure that these managers don't destroy on load in the same way that the system doesn't. And then, yeah, just there's nothing here we really need to bring between the scenes. Does this... Oh, I have to change this automatically. I should make, or manually I mean, I should make a script that where I only have to update the version number in one place and it automatically updates all of these ones. It's quite easy to do anyway. Not that we have super many, it's one in here and one in the menu, right? That is really it. Yeah, the only other one is here. I don't know, fucking version manager. I'm just, okay, should I be lazy? I should probably be lazy. What if we just do something like this? We are going to be making a little bit of a singleton. I know I said I'm gonna stop with singletons. It's fine. We're just gonna do one little thing. This is probably not something we're gonna have always anyway. Why does this happen? Oh wait, did I not make... So I got the Unity coder has that snippet tool. Did I not have one for singleton? That like... Yeah, singleton and DD would be don't destroy. So we do singleton. Easy peasy. There you go. If anyone wants to check that one out... Is it this one? Yeah, there you go. It's a tool to make your own like snippets and stuff for Visual Studio. Pretty fucking cool. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is have a... We are going to serialize a... I do have a snippet for this as well. Serialized field private. We are going to do a... No wait, this can't be... Can I not make this a public read-only? I've never used read-only, but I'm pretty sure it should work here. Because read-only means I can basically access this variable from anywhere, right? But you can't change it from anywhere. Oh no, wait, I don't think this works. String version. I actually don't think this works, because if I'm not mistaken... Do I not need... I can't have a read-only and enter it in the... Yeah, it doesn't become serializable. I can't enter it in the inspector. So we can't do read-only. Unless you can you serialize a read-only? I don't know. I think it might have to be public. Yeah, I think so. And then we're going to have a public string called get version. That's it, right? And this will return version. Wait, why do I need that? I It should just have a direct reference to this one. Oh, I suppose that means I should make this one... Yeah, no, maybe this actually is better. Because this would basically make it read-only, right? Because if I serialize this as a private string, now I can have it private, set it in the inspector, but you can only read it through this command, you know? I think this might actually be better in that case, because then you can't change the version from somewhere else. What's up, Strafes? How you doing? Welcome in. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Can someone here help me with updating SDK for modern Sparking Zero game on C++? I'm new and need help. I unfortunately can't. I wish I could, but I don't know anything about C++ whatsoever. Yeah, I wish I could help you, but I don't think I don't know if anyone else in chat might have some ideas. Yeah, C#. I'm using Unity in C#. It's the only language I have any experience in whatsoever. And also my experience is relatively limited still. So wait, are you making mods for Sparking Zero game? Oh, interesting. Is it this one? I've never tried any... Dude, I've barely even played mods, to be honest. Is it fun? Have you been making mods for a long time? Boom, so now we can just enter the version number here. And then what we're gonna do is... This is such a minute little thing, but I still wanna do it. Here somewhere, we should have a version text. So what we do here is that we just make a script called version text, and we open that one. And then what we're gonna do is say void on... No, we can actually do it in the start function. Let's make a private void start. Let's do a wait as well. Oh, this is my first one. Interesting. How did you decide to try modding, or how come? Is it because you just wanted to try modding itself, or did you have some, or is it because you just wanted that specific mod for the game, just out of curiosity? Why is all this grayed out? Is my intelligence bugged again? This keeps on happening. Okay, I don't think I need these. Text Mesh Pro, UGUI, texts. Yes, and then in the await function, we are going to get component Text Mesh Pro, UGUI. That's it. And in start, we are going to say text equals version manager dot instance dot get version. That should be it, really. right? No? Right. Let's call this one version text dot text. That should be it. Now we should just be able to add this script to any like version numbers we have, and they should update automatically. So we can just change this into version number. Now if we press start, it doesn't work. Okay, we have a null reference exception. Just this one is not set. Oh, because I'm dumb. Do I not need to say version text equals get component? You can't just get the component. What is up? Arstots. Arstots Ken Borderguard. How you doing? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Welcome in. Okay, let's see. Version number and then boom, alpha demo. It does work. Sweet. Such a minute little thing. This doesn't really matter. It's like 2 places, but if we can automate it, why should we not automate it? Do you know what I mean? Okay, we added that one. Let's just do apply all overrides and do the same thing here. And then we are going to go into scenes, game, save. Doing alright, fans. Just finished watching your Undertale VODs and thought I'd check your Twitter. Oh, interesting. That's cool. That is cool. Did you enjoy them? Yeah, I need to get on the... I'm supposed to post all of the edited ones on my second channel as well. I only have the first 2 episodes up, so we do have 1 more for the main playthrough and 1 for the pacifist playthrough as well. Let's see if I might be able to get those up, at least one of them this weekend probably. I did enjoy them. Do you plan on playing its sister series Deltarune anytime soon? I might. I don't. We talked a little bit about it earlier here. I don't know like really anything about it. I've just seen that there is like another Undertale version. Would you recommend it? Is it good? I mean, so far I've really enjoyed Undertale, so I would definitely not be opposed to it. Wait, you know what I just realized? We have this system canvas. Why would I not just put the version number on the system canvas? Then I'd only need 1. Maybe that would be better. Something we are planning on though, I should say, is to do the genocide playthrough as well. That's basically the only one I have left. As far as I know, at least. I would 100% is not fully out yet. Oh, I see, but parts 3 and 4 are set to release this year. It's best to get started before then, in my opinion. Wait, parts 3 and 4? How different is it from... What do you mean by parts? Or is it like early access kind of thing? Oh, it's not on Steam yet. Oh, Delta. Oh, it's called just Deltarune. Undertale's parallel story Deltarune. Meet new and old characters in a tale that steps closer to its end, chapter by chapter. Oh, I see. Dodge bullets in non-violent RPG battles as you listen to funky music. Try chapter 1 and 2 for free now. More chapters in development. Okay, I see. Oh, so the first two are the demo. It's a 7-part game. How long were the first 2 parts? Let's add it to the wishlist. Dude, since I started streaming now, like, I've never seen my wishlist fucking grow this much. We got so many games recommended. That's good. Means we're always gonna have something to play. I am a little bit sad though. Holy shit. I was not quick enough and basically missed every single winter sale. Multiple games I wanted was like selling for 90% on a 90% sale and I missed all of it. Actually bad. But the same length as your Undertale Pacifist playthrough. Oh, just the first 2. Yeah, it's much bigger than, holy shit. Interesting. Maybe we should try the demo at some point. What's up, Granger devs? How you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, I have the version number on here. Why do I put the version number on here? Does it not make so much more sense to have the version number on the system canvas and then just bring it through everywhere? Why would I not do that? It seems so dumb to have it here. Because... oh, now it disappeared though. Huh? Doing well, how's it going? It's going good. Doing, I don't know what I'm doing really. We're just gonna have a little bit of a short stream today, so we have been talking quite a bit about potential changes to Shroud of Gloom. Because obviously I do think I'm gonna have to change the game a little bit for the full release. But yeah, right now I'm trying to see if I can like automate my version control for some reason. So unimportant, but it's also kind of fun. Oh wait, if you're put there, does that not mean that you will be like minuscule down in this corner? No? Stots, thank you very much for that follow, man. I do appreciate it. And also, if I didn't say it, thank you very much for watching on YouTube as well. But yeah, how is 2025 treating you, Granger? Okay, I think this is too small. What if I made this like massive? Like so. And then we put you... dude, I don't understand these like screen space overlay things. I feel like they in general seem just more inconvenient to me, but a lot of people seem to not want to use screen space camera or whatever I tend to use. Okay, why can I not see the thingy now? So far so good, nice man. Got a plan put together on what my goals are from a streamer/dev perspective. Interesting, what are your plans if you don't mind? Oh wait, if I do this, now I can see it. Okay, this is definitely going to be too small. Yeah, now you can see it up there, but I think this is going to be better. It makes more sense to have it on here. But you need to be more over here. You're gonna need to be a lot bigger, like... that maybe? Maybe that's actually... no, maybe it's a little bit small. Well, the ultimate goal is to go full-time indie. Holy shit. Nice, man. Do you have any specific, like, time frame on, like, when that would happen? Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I think I actually should try and put a little bit more of like clear goals for this year as well. Obviously one of them is to get this game out. But as a lot of you know, I do basically do this full time. Only supported by my like savings. So I do think there's a little bit of... you know, I don't think it would be bad to have some clear goals of like what I'm hoping to achieve this year. And actually try to aim for that, since, you know, I can't be doing this forever. Like, at some point my money will run out and it would be sad to not have anything to show for this time, you know. Going to do small projects that I can complete and publish. Got a better schedule that works with my full-time job, which is hard to do. Nice. I mean, it sounds good. Now that should update automatically. Boom. And now, if I'm not mistaken, this should actually go into every scene as well. Yeah. Maybe a bit redundant having it in two places here. What if we add something to check which scene we're on? This is so unnecessary. Why am I putting this much time into making the fucking version number display correctly? This is actually hilarious. Teamed up with another dev that's an artist, so between the two of us, I'm sure we can make it happen. Yeah, definitely. I believe it. I believe in it. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that, man. Are you excited? Okay, what if we change this one and say something like... wait, we can't do... you can do something like check when you change scenes, right? I'm almost sure you can. Unity... like on scene changed or something. Active scene changed. Set active scene. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work for sure though. Yeah, I can imagine. That's one thing I noticed as well, like with what I'm doing now, especially when you're like doing something that you kinda enjoy, and it's also a little bit of a stress since, you know, time and money, neither one is infinite. So, dude, I think I overwork myself a bit sometimes, like, you know, even, okay, I might not be streaming, like, you know, every hour of every day, but I'm always doing something, whether I'm editing a video or doing something behind the scenes for the stream or whatever it might be. It's very easy to work a lot when, you know, you can and kind of want to, but I think, yeah, I think I might, sometimes I do think I might overwork myself a little bit. What's up, Neckert? How you doing? Welcome in. Okay, so I want something like this, but rather than set the active scene, I just want to check, like, can I do like if scene is equal to this? But I do want it to happen when a scene changes. When a scene changes, I want to check which scene we are on, and if that scene is the menu, I want to do something. You can subscribe to the event scenemanager.activeSceneChanged. On level was loaded. Int level. That sounds like it could work as well. Scenemanager.activeSceneChanged. Okay, so that's what I would use to... Okay, so we subscribe to this event then. And then how do I, if I want to check which scene we're on, like, basically I want to check if we're on the main menu. Oh wait, that would be... okay, let's see here. You can get the active scene and check which one it is. Active scene changed. Does that only triggers when you actually change the scene, right? Like if I play now, that wouldn't trigger, does it? I assume it doesn't, since I'm not actually changing scene. Whereas like if I go to the menu, that would be considered a change of scene. I suppose that is how it works. Correct? Okay, good. Thank you very much, man. Okay, so wait, I need to subscribe to that event. And in that case, I can't use my own one. And I'm quite sure we need to be using like what? It's something like unity.scenemanagement, I think. No? Something like that. Is it not? Scene manager? Or do I not need to do this if I subscribe to the event? Wait, I assume, since this is built into Unity, the scene manager uses Unity events, right? Rather than C# events. which means I should not have to bother about unsubscribing if I'm not mistaken. It's only the C# events that are like an exception to the garbage collector thing. Is that right? You still have to unsub? Okay, in that case, let's do on enable. No, let's do this. I think I have a snippet for this. So we do events initialize. But then we're not gonna use my own thing here. Instead, we are going to say scene manager dot active scene changed. Unity events or C# events under the hood. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Hey Jew with the raid, welcome in people, how are you doing? Spaghetti Code Factory and Witty the Coder, thank you very much for the follows. Let me give a big old shout out to the one and only Hey Jew. Definitely check him out if you haven't, another awesome developer here on Twitch. How you doing, Jew? How was the stream? I have to leave straight away. No worries if you have to raid and run, that is completely fine. But once again, thank you very much for the raid. Have to cook, nice, and enjoy your meal, man. We cooked some design, let's go. We moved a bunch of pixels today, there you go. Have a great stream, thank you very much, man. And what's up, Spaghetti Code, how you doing? Lovely name, I must say. Really resonates with me. Okay, so we can do just something like this, right? And then we just do like a private void on scene changed. Also, we need to unsubscribe from this. Doing fine, nice to hear that. What are you working on? I am currently working on a, what you call it, a point-and-click puzzle/horror game with a bunch of errors, so I can't show you shite. It's a game that I initially made for my first ever game jam. I mean, technically speaking, this is my first ever published game. It's like a point-and-click puzzle/horror game. So the main gimmick here in the game jam version is the theme was like safe in the dark, so you needed to basically keep the light off to avoid detection, but still solve the puzzles. If anyone wants to check out the game, you have a link right over there. And yeah, now the plan is to basically see if we can turn this into a full version. It's written in C#, of course it only has errors. I mean, to be fair, I think it has less to do with the fact it's written by C# and more to do with the fact it's written by me. Love the flashlight shader, thank you, man. Yeah, I was actually really happy with that one. And it's really easily implemented as well. I just use Unity's 2D light system, and I legitimately just have a light source on my cursor that turns on and off when you flick the flashlight. Very simple implementation, but looks surprisingly good. Also, something that we did change. Okay, wait, I have to fix my errors real quick. Can I just do this? And then we do minus. No. Scene manager does not exist in the current context. So I think I'm missing a reference, and it's something like Unity scene management or something. Scene manager namespace. Unity. Oh, it's Unity engine dot scene manager. Okay. So Unity engine dot scene manager. What? Scene manager does not exist in the namespace Unity engine. Oh, that was the wrong one. Scene management. There we go. Holy shit. Management. Oh my god, are you kidding me, fam? The glow on the lines are great. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I think I did an even cooler thing for this version. If I can just get this to work. No overload for on-scene change. Matches delegate. Unity action scene. Oh, do I have to do the thingy where I add like the event here? Is that it? I'm still a little bit new to the whole event thing. Your method can be named the same as the event. Oh wait, is this what the actual... But is the event not active scene changed? Is this not the event I'm subscribing to? I thought, do I need to have this? Just the way I handle my C# events, I need to have like a reference to the thingy here. Which in that case would be like something like this. It looks like I just have way more errors, so I don't think that is it. No. Okay. So if we rename this into no, that's the same thing. Wait, your method can't be named the same as the event. Wait, am I doing this the wrong way? Disregard that, I misread your code. Oh, no worries, no worries. Okay, so then on scene changed should work. Why does it not update these? Because we did get the same exact error. No overload for on scene changed matches delegate Unity action scene. Is it that I need a reference thingy here? Like in the parameters? Because that's kind of how mine work, right? Like I have to do this. Is that it? But in that case, why did I get a bunch of errors? Oh wait, because I only have the type of event. Oh, so do I just say... So you need to add scene current, scene next as parameters in your method. Oh! Like this? Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Ranger. I do appreciate it. Okay, so quickly, before we fix that, what I did... Oh, change scene. It does get called when you just start as well. Interesting. What I also did for this version of the game is to add a bit of a highlight system. So it's a little bit clear now, like what item you are trying to interact with, which I feel was a really good addition as well. Sweet, okay, so now what we can do is So then I actually have references to the scenes as well. So in this case, when I start, the next one is the scene that actually loads, I assume. Looks really nice. Thank you very much, Witty. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm feeling quite good about this. I think we could make a quite nice thing out of this. Like I talked about earlier in the stream, I do think there are a few...
Red Rucker is forcing you to stand up for 10 minutes.
Sweet. Let's do it. I do think there are a few things I'm gonna need to change for the full version to make sure that the game doesn't get too repetitive. But overall, I think we do have something good cooking here. Current is what you unload, next is the one that is loaded. Okay. So then I should be able to like basically check the name or the index of the next scene, right? So we can check like if you're not supposed to show it in the menu. Now we can do a double check here. Because I suppose we can do something like if next is equal to something and you're not supposed to show it in the menu. If that is the case, then GameObject.setActive false. I think that should work. Okay, while I'm standing up, let me quickly run and reheat a bit of coffee. And then we'll be back for a little bit. I am gonna have to go quite soon, like quite really soon, but we'll see if we can get this to work, which should be good. Okay, see you in just like 30 seconds. Let's save this and see if we have any errors going on. It seems good. Holy shit. Am I actually becoming a coder? No, because half the shit I did was taken from ChatGPT. Oh wait, that actually means I'm a professional coder. Oh wait, there's a circle on the orange one. I think that was the one. So now we put this one. I was just gonna look and see if it went to the right place. Ah, shit. Please. We are back. Okay. So, I know that you can check like scene names. I'm almost entirely sure. If we check it like our game manager, I think we have a... Here, fade to scene, main menu. So that is in the transition manager. So if we go to that one, which I do with F12, yeah. In that case, here, load scene main menu. So what do I... We need to check the current scene. Get scene by name. but technically I don't need to get the scene, I just want to check the scene. Current.name, okay, awesome. Thank you, Granger. In that case, version text. So check if next.name right, because when I load, I want to check if it's the menu, and if it's the menu, then turn this off. This is so much work for something so minuscule. It's actually kind of funny. If the name is equal to main menu and you're not supposed to show it in the menu, then turn off the game object. That should be it then. So now in the game, alpha demo. So this may be that current becomes the loaded scene. By the way, it's unclear how current works. Okay, we'll do a quick check here. Because here in this scene, it works at least. Alpha demo version 0.0.1. Let's see what happens if we go to the main menu. Yeah, it's still there. It is still there. Okay, so let's do a debug log that says current scene plus current dot name next scene plus next dot name. And we can check how it works. So, current scene nothing, next scene game. Well, that would seem correct here. I don't know what happened there. So what if we go to the menu? Current scene nothing, next scene main menu. But it told twice. So next scene seems to be correct then. If next.name is equal to main menu. Oh, I forgot to change the bool, didn't I? Such an easy mistake. Yeah, and I made it private so I can't see it. Yeah, it's on my end. I wonder why it called twice though. Did I? No, I did only subscribe once. I don't think you can. You subscribe twice? Yeah, it's the damn bool. That is what it is. So now we should be able to say show in menu false. Now it should show here. It does. And if we go to the main menu, it disappears. And now we have it here instead. And then if we go back into the game, oh, we need to do the opposite, right? It might be triggered when a scene is loaded and when one is unloaded. Oh yeah, that's probably it. Clever. Yeah, I think you're probably right. So can we not just do else GameObject.setActive true? Now that means we should be able to see this version number in like the splash screen and like credits and stuff as well. Boom, disappears. Does not turn on again. And I think that is because we turned the entire thingy off, right? I can't turn off the game object. Can I turn... You should just turn on and off the Text Mesh Pro, right? Can you use Text Mesh Pro UG? No. Version text. Can you use set active on a component? Or would it be like dot enabled instead? Yeah, it does not have, I thought so. Is it dot enabled? Oh, set active should work, it seems. Oh, but here it says enabled. Well... Oh, yeah. For this one you actually say equals. You don't give it like a parameter. So it would be equals true or false. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have the version number, menu, no version number, we go back in again. Boom! Alpha demo. It actually works. Oh, this is actually funny. This is when you know that you're starting to like find programming a bit interesting and stuff. When you start automating like the most simple possible thing. I literally have, what do we have? I have 2 text objects. And the whole reason why I did all of this is so that I don't have to change the version number in 2 places. It takes like 10 seconds to change it in those 2 places. Now we have a fully like automated script that just does it for me. Actually kinda hilarious. Nice! However, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, unfortunately today is a little bit of a shorter stream, but I do need to rush, because I just said I'm meeting up with my girlfriend today, so I have to catch a bus pretty soon. But shout out to Gendris Weiler and Heiju for the raids today, and Alstods, Spaghetti, as well as Witty, thank you guys very much for the follows, I do appreciate it. Have a nice day, thank you very much. Do stay for just a moment if you have the time, and let's see if we can quickly find someone to raid. If you join the raid, you don't only support me and another fellow streamer here on Twitch, but you also do get a little bit of extra channel points. If that sounds nice, then make sure to stay for just a moment, and let's see if we have someone to throw a little raid at. Let's go on over to... Let's go over to its origin. I think it's a fellow Scandinavian. I'm quite sure he is Norwegian, if I'm not mistaken. Let's jump over to him and say hello. Like always, thank you guys very much for watching. We will be back on Monday with probably a little bit of a longer stream. I know it was kind of short today, but until then, I hope all of you have a great weekend, and yeah, see you on Monday. Peace.